Steroids by Todd Fowler. Yes, using steroids is cheating, but steroids are proven to work. The question is, however, at what cost? The nature of the health issue and the extent of the problem. Steroids were widely used over the past decades to increase weight, strength, power, and to reduce recovery time between workouts. In Australia, the possession and the use of anabolic steroids is illegal unless prescribed by a doctor for medical reasons. Their use by competitors in most sports is banned as it provides an unfair advantage to users, particularly where power, bulk, and aggression is an advantage. Lead researcher Ruth Wood stated, "Unlike other commonly abused drugs, the primary motivation for steroid users is not to get high, but rather to achieve enhanced athletic performance and increased muscle mass." Steroids are not limited to athletes. A large proportion of users are ordinary teens. Young males and females are becoming increasingly conscious of body image. Boys as young as 11 have been reported to be on self-imposed restrictive diets to alter body composition. Age 15 is the median age of first users in America. 62.5% of steroid users use them to improve their appearance. According to Marcus Gunn, a former NFL player, when you are young, body image is very important. Once they start to look really good, they feel good. Some young males in particular are not satisfied with their genetically predetermined body image, and therefore are resorting to illegal substances to achieve greater muscular hypertrophy. It was found that 11.6% of males surveyed considered themselves to be too thin, and 30.5% wanted to be a little or significantly heavier. The National Drug Research Institute estimated that 50,000 Australians aged between 15 and 30 were abusing steroids. This figure has most likely been underestimated, as many individuals would not admit to the use of the legally obtained anabolic steroids. 1/3 of young people knew someone who was abusing performance-enhancing drugs. Performance athletes and bodybuilders often use steroids, but recent evidence suggests that steroids among adolescents is on the rise. Although more males than females abuse steroids, steroid use is growing rapidly among young women. Young females are the fastest growing group of new users, beginning as early as the 8th and 9th grades. Males and females who abuse anabolic steroids experience a number of health and behavioral consequences. Males experience atrophy of testes, decreased sperm count and motility, fluid retention, prostate enlargement, development of breasts, and baldness. Psychological effects in both sexes include mood swings, depression, aggressiveness, mania, and delusions. Risk factors and protective factors. Risk factors include low self-esteem, involvement in sports requiring high levels of strength, power, speed, and aggressiveness, for example sprinting, weightlifting, baseball, and bodybuilding. Frequent gym users, highly competitive or compulsive personality types, development of social construct and sex stereotyping by society, personal history of substance abuse, high disposable income, and those dissatisfied with their body image. Protective factors include laws regarding prohibited steroid use, nutritionally sound diet and exercise patterns, nutritional exercise and health education, strong support networks, and promotion of anti-drug agencies and sporting role models. One example of an agency that promotes the abstinence of performance-enhancing drugs is Atlas. Atlas is a drug prevention and health promotion program designed for male athletes, groups at risk. Those groups of young people most likely to use muscle enhancement techniques are males, those with low self-esteem or those who are unhappy with their body image, and players or athletes involved in activities requiring high levels of strength such as sprinting or football. A large percentage of high school students report steroid acquisition to be fairly or very easy. The internet is a common source for steroid acquisition as it is readily available. The socio-cultural factors that influence risk-taking in young people's lives. Adolescents who reported using steroids were at greater risk than their peers for using other illicit drugs, alcohol and tobacco, fighting, attempting suicide, taking sexual risks, taking vehicular risks, and pathogenic weight loss. Steroids have become the drug for choice for most young people eager to achieve the perfect bodies they see glorified in the media. The expectations of one's peer group, coaches or teammates can create an environment where peer pressures act as a source for steroid abuse. For children who have been raised with a strong cultural attitude towards sporting achievement, there is an added pressure to perform. For many adolescents, steroid use is the only means to achieve success in a sport and in their social lives. Over the years, the media and economics of sport have caused this mentality, and consequently have created a sporting culture driven by performance-enhancing drugs. Some high-profile athletes have aided to the acceptance of steroid-driven success. Alex Rodriguez, New York Yankees third baseman, attributed his steroid use to pressure. If impressionable youths witness their role models taking steroids, why wouldn't they too use performance-enhancing drugs to achieve success? Sports magazines and some women's magazines create stereotypes that enforce pressure on young males and females to diet and to work out at gyms to achieve a certain body image. Sex stereotyping by society in general also achieves this. There is also a current belief and common misconception within society that performance-enhancing drugs is not severely dangerous. This is mainly due to the fact that many are unaware of the health consequences associated with steroid abuse. According to Dr. Bruce Douthier, Doctor of Sports Medicine, steroid use and drug addiction is the same thing. They do productive things in our perception. They give me big muscles. People recognize me. They make me feel euphoric. The truth? The use of performance-enhancing drugs like steroids is dangerous, and it sends a wrong message that there are shortcuts to accomplishment, and that performance is more important than character. That was said by President George W. Bush during the 2004 State of the Union Address. Here are my references if you would like to find out more about the dangers of steroid use.